All right, today we're gonna play a mini golf game. So I need like 2 volunteers. How about 2? Amber, Tony. All right. Well, today we're gonna try and line up the shot perfectly. You see how I'm doing this? Oh, snap. I wasn't supposed to do that. But line up the shot perfectly. It's not gonna work. I figured it was gonna work. But line up the shot perfectly so we can try to get it into the hole. Boom. Okay, Amber, you're gonna come up and try. Ask you where you want to drop it. Oh. Whoa. Okay. There you go. Now, Tony, you want to come up and try? This one looks hard. Yeah, you like place it or you want to place it? You gotta drop it. Oops. Oh. Awesome. Okay, now I have a question. Whenever I drop it, what is this yellow line doing? What is this yellow line helping with? Creating, what did you say? An angle. And that's what we're going to talk about today is angles. I'm not good at it. Okay. So what is an angle? Does anybody have any idea before looking at the screen? Does anybody have any idea what an angle is?
Well, we were doing the measure where we were making lines.
Making lines to,
The measure of our lines.
okay. So an angle is the space usually measured in degrees between 2 intersecting lines. And we know that lines are straight lines, you know, with arrows, stuff like that. So 2 intersecting lines that intersect together. And they meet at a point, and that is where the angle is. And angles are measured in degrees, which is shown on your protractor that I cut out for all of you. Everyone look at your protractor. Everyone has one. So what is a protractor? What does it look like?
It's half circle.
A half circle,
Full numbers.
numbers. Okay. What are those numbers? Degrees. Okay, and we have 4 types of angles. And look at your sheet, your 4 types of angle sheet. We're going to go through these. We're going to write the definition down if you want to write it down. An acute angle is the first angle we're going to talk about, and it is less than 90 degrees. So look at your protractor. Find all the numbers that are less than 90 degrees. Do you all see that? Do you see the numbers less than 90 degrees? All right, what's another type of angle? An obtuse angle. And an obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees. Now look on your protractor and show me. Can you all show me the numbers that are greater than 90 degrees? 100. One more. 91. Awesome. Okay, and our third type of angle is a right angle. Everyone make a right angle with your arms. A right angle is exactly 90 degrees. You all see that on your protractor? See where the line is in the very middle? That's exactly 90 degrees. And our last angle is a straight angle, which nobody really talks about straight angles, but straight angles are exactly 180 degrees, and they are a perfectly straight line. Now we're going to draw some of these angles, which is like what you can see on your sheet. All right. So an acute angle. It's going to be less than 90 degrees. It's going to be smaller than 90 degrees. It's not going to be that perfect straight corner of a box. An obtuse angle is going to be larger than 90 degrees. And make sure you're drawing their vertex in the very middle. And a right angle is a perfect 90 degrees. You see how I drew the square box in the middle? That's your vertex. You can be using your protractor if you want. And then a straight angle is exactly 180 degrees. Survey down that one. Okay. All right. Now we're going to use the mini golf holes that I have printed out for you. These ones that are dark, they didn't print out in color because the library sucks. And you are going to use your protractor, and we're going to measure them together. Where's my protractor? So let's do this first one that has the L-shaped one. Okay, so we're going to measure, you're going to lay, you're going to lay your protractor flat on one line. Oh, shit.
You can do it now.
You just won't let me touch it. No. Okay. Not going under. Okay, line your line up in the very, very middle at the vertex. Okay? And you're going to make your straight line. What is your degree of measure on that line? 125. And what kind of angle is that? Obtuse. Good. All right. Now that second angle towards the top. These are hard to see. What did you get, Amber? I heard it. 90. That's a what? What kind of angle is that? A right angle. All right. Now we're going to do these little ones in the middle, these little teeny tiny angles right in here.
105.
105. And what'd you get when you flip it over and do the other one? 110. Does everybody agree on that one?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, now we're going to go to this round one. This one has a lot more angles. What is this first line right here? Until we ricochet off this square here. What is this first angle?
Straight.
Straight angle. Even though it's a straight line, it's a straight angle. All right, when it ricochets off the square, what do you get? 85, about 85, that's what I'm getting. Awesome. All right, and then when it curves off of this one, right here, what's this in? What's this one that you're getting right here? Should be a big one. 130? Mm-hmm. And at this corner, what does it look like before even measuring it? What does it look like before you even measure it?
A right angle.
Does it look obtuse or does it look like a right angle? Obtuse. Good. It's close. All right, and the one at the top? What kind of angle does that look like? Come on. And these other angles, these ones that form to hit the ball in the hole,
Right angles.
right angles, right. All right. Good job, guys. All right. Now, each of you have a different worksheet. Every other person has a different worksheet. Every person should have a different worksheet. All right. And Annika, will you read me the directions at the bottom?
You are now a professional golfer. Create a path using a cue, obtuse, straight, and right angles to get the golf ball into the hole. You must have at least 4 angles. Make sure to label each angle. Use your protractor to help you determine the exact degree of it.
All right. Individually, you're going to create your own path. You have to have at least 4 angles. You can begin where the small box is. Some of them have arrow that ones, but just begin where the small box is. You have to have at least 4 angles. 4 angles. And let me know when you're done. You have about 2 minutes. You have about 1 minute left. Measure each angle, make sure you put the degrees and what kind of angle it is. You have about 10 seconds. All right, pencils down. All right, some of you have the same golf course, I should say say, or golf hole, I should say. And you're gonna get together with the people who have the same one as yours, and y'all are gonna compare your angles. So I think Heidi, Amber, and Heather have the same ones. And then Hannah, Tony, and Annika have the same ones. So y'all all compare your angles. Tell me the difference that you made on each of them.
That's what happened.
There we
Exactly. And then everything else has to happen.
Yeah. I was just trying to find the shortest number though.
All right. Okay, what are some similarities that you and your group had? What are some similarities that you and your group had? You all have acute angles?
Ours are, I have straight.
Straight angles? You all have obtuse angles?
We have here on the right. We would generally.
There was a little air resistance.
Well, what are some similarities that you had? Did some of y'all have the same degree of your angles?
On the straight one we do.
On the straight one you did, and on the right one you did, but were some different? Did y'all all use at least 4 angles? Did some of you use more than 4 angles?
We did 5
Overachievers. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, within your groups, we're going to talk about some questions that we have. All right. So where do you see angles? Where do you see them? Talk about your group and pick an answer. All right, where do we see angles, guys? On trees, in the branches. That's a good one. Where do you see angles?
On us.
On us. Yeah.
Our elbows are angles.
Yeah. Our arms can make angles. That's awesome. That was a good one. Do you think that angles are important? Do you think that angles are important? Do we need to have angles in life? Yeah. Right. Everything would be straight.
Even then, that's not.
Okay, what careers do you have to have that use angles every day? What careers?
Construction.
Construction.
You're an artist.
You're an artist.
If you're a teacher.
You're a teacher. Yeah, you do not angles.
You're a doctor.
You're a doctor. What about like engineers? Certain kinds of engineers, they have to use certain types of angles. That's awesome. How many times a day do you use angles without even thinking about it? Right?
Well, if our bodies.
If our bodies form angles, then we're using angles. Think about when you're carrying something. Your elbows
You're sitting
are,
down.
or you're sitting down.
You lift your weight with my legs.
So there's angles everywhere, right? So we see angles all the time. You may not think, oh, I'm making an acute angle right now, or oh, I'm an obtuse angle right now. But you may think, you may see it. You see it everywhere, you know? We see right angles on boards. We see angles in trees, like Tony said, in the branches, stuff like that. Well, go back to your seat. Sorry. Go back to your seat. And y'all are going to work on a crossword puzzle using Same definitions we learned earlier. You're gonna work on your crossword puzzle.